Hey guys, I hope you're having a good night. Today I wanted to talk to you about something that's really important, something that, sort of lingers, especially at night, when you're alone or when you're having your quiet moments, maybe in the shower, maybe, when you're driving, these thoughts that creep in and say, why, why are things the way that they are? How can things be so bad? How can someone that I love so much treat me so poorly? And that's it's hard to grapple with because it's like, typically in these situations you're trying your best to please somebody. You're trying so hard to do your share to have a good relationship and you just can't get there and you think like, why? Um I'm going to share my thoughts with you guys tonight and I hope it helps. I feel like I feel like victims of narcissistic abuse tend to have similar personalities. They're very giving, very kind, very generous, very tolerant, um, willing to look the other way, willing to give chances. And that's a really beautiful thing, like really beautiful. And I feel like God really likes that. The generosity, the the nurturing, the giving, the just that beautiful spirit of wanting to help, wanting to give all you can, and being very considerate of others. And you take that and you match it up with people who are dead set on abusing that. And I think it's really hard for people like you, like me, that have that nature to get over that betrayal. So, or to get over, if it's a big bang betrayal, like that's really heartbreaking, or if it's a day to day continual grind where you're just continually getting let down, that's really hard to deal with because you don't understand that you're giving so much and you're not getting anything but heartache back. So, my belief in this whole thing is that the narcissist in my life, the narcissist in your life, unfortunately, they're here to steal, kill, and destroy. They're here to steal your peace and kill your joy. And destroy your relationships, your relationship with yourself, by smashing your self-esteem, your relationship with others, because you're trained to take abuse, you're trained to feel anxious, and you don't mesh well with others that don't have that domineering, controlling personality like your narcissist. So your narcissistic mother was like that. So then you pick somebody in your partner who's going to also treat you like that. At work, you are used to being bullied. So it's a very destructive thing, because even though you tolerate it, you don't like it. And you know something's wrong, but you feel helpless and you feel hopeless. And you feel like something's wrong with you. So that's by design. That's by design to kill that spark in you, to make it so that you don't pick somebody as a spouse, as a coworker, as a work environment that's going to help you thrive. Because if you thrive, you're going to be more of what you were born to be. You were born to be a light in this world where everybody's grouchy and people are cutting each other off and they won't let you in, and you're just generous. You have a generous spirit. You have a calm, quiet spirit that's relaxing for other people. It's calming. Like your nature influences others. And when someone gets all riled up and you are encouraging them to just relax and think about the other person, maybe they had a bad day, or, oh, did you know that, their spouse is sick, so they're under a lot of stress. So maybe, be a little bit more forgiving with this exchange. So you touch other people And that's what the narcissist is trying to destroy by sowing all these seeds of bitterness. You're not going to get to be who you are meant to be if you allow them to do that. So you don't want them to steal your peace. You don't want them to kill your joy. You don't want them to destroy your self-esteem, destroy your relationships with other people, rob you of healthy relationships that help you thrive. And most importantly, absolutely most importantly, that bitterness that creeps in, that disappointment, that hopelessness, pushes you away from God. It really does. And what can be more horrible than that? So instead of inspiring other people to be a little bit more like, adopt more of your generous nature, to be a little bit forgiving, to be a little calmer, to be a little bit more free with your time, with your money, with whatever you have. People see that. They see it. And you touch that person, and that person can touch somebody else. So when the narcissist does everything they can to destroy that light inside of you that shines so bright, you really have to think about what it is that you want for your life, that you want for your relationships. And I know it seems like you don't have a choice, but you do. You do have a choice, and you can separate yourself from toxic people. And I know that some situations, you might have to just put up boundaries. You can't full on separate, but as long as your emotions are cut off from that abuse, so that their abuse is not making you out to be some sort of puppet, where they pull your strings, and they pull your happy string, and they pull your sad string, and they pull your disappointed string, and they pull your rage string, they pull your heartache string. It's like you weren't made to be a puppet. You have a choice. And as hard as it is, and whoever it is, your mom, your dad, your spouse, whatever, your child, whatever it is, if you don't want to be treated like that, no one can treat you like that unless you allow it. No one can just be in your life if they're not welcome. So think about that. Think about what you're worth. Think about all the good that you could do if you were allowed to thrive instead of having, like a little plant, you need water, you need sunshine. If someone shoves you in a closet and only pours vinegar on you, like how well can you possibly do? But then I think of like all those pictures with the concrete and the little plant coming out of it. It's like, you're probably much more resourceful, and you can persevere, and you can get through this, and this will just be a chapter in your life that was dark, but you take from it and you learn, like, okay, I need to be more assertive. I need to have harder boundaries. I need to know what makes me happy, and I need to know what makes me sad, and I need to recognize who I'm around when I feel sick, like emotionally sick. So these toxic people, when they are around you, you physically have a reaction to it. Maybe you get really anxious, maybe you get scared, maybe you're walking on eggshells, maybe you get angry, maybe you shut your mouth and you're just angry and you're fuming. So you have a physical response to that. So pay attention to that. Don't shove it down. Pay attention and make adjustments. So I wish you guys the best of luck. I'm so sorry that people do this to you or did this to you, but this is not the end of your life. Like, you have so much more that you can do. So, as always, I'm going to tell you to forgive, recognize them for what they are and what they're doing and what their purpose is, and then just say, got it, and make adjustments. Change your life. You can do whatever it is that you want to do. It's up to you. And people will treat you however you allow them to treat you. So you can do this. You can get past this. I know that you can. Many people do. And it's a lot nicer on the other side. I hope you have a wonderful night, and God bless, and try with all your heart to forgive. And forgive does not mean to stick around. Forgive just means when you go to sleep at night, you're not like grumble, 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 I hate them. When you go to sleep at night, you're not crying. You get your joy back. You can enjoy things again. You get your peace back. And you feel good about yourself. You feel good around other people. And you feel good with your relationship with God. So I hope you have a good night. I hope this is helpful. And I'm rooting for you guys. You know that. So I'll talk to you guys again soon.